Do we want to get into spoilers with this movie?
Uh, I mean, we can't. Am I going? Why is it saying mute? Oh. Sorry. I mean, we can. It's been out long enough. It's been out what? A couple weeks.
I think it's been out like a week now.
Oh, it's been out a week. Yep, the 8th.
Yeah.
We'll just do the thing where we, instead of we can do the breakdown and then we can do the spoilers at the end, and say, hey, spoilers if you don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Or we can just see how it goes. We don't have to. It's interesting enough where we don't have to spoil everything.
This is where the story really starts.
Weapons, directed by Zach Cregger, is a mystery horror film set in the small town of Maybrook. The story revolves around the inexplicable disappearance of 17 third-grade children from the same classroom who vanished into the night at exactly 2:17 a.m., leaving behind one student. The non-linear narrative weaves together multiple perspectives, including those of the teacher Justine Gandy, a grieving father, Archer Graff, and a troubled cop, and others as they grapple with grief, suspicion, and paranoia. Blending dark humor, chilling horror, and social commentary. And the film explores themes of fear, loss.
I don't agree with everything Croc said there, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, what? I didn't know if I watched that movie.
I don't agree mainly with just the social commentary. I don't think there's a lot of social commentary in it, other than like the teachers can't like talk to the kids. That's weird.
No, it's the social commentary is like this whole thing is kind of how did they put it? It's kind of like a different version of a school shooting.
See, I've heard people say that, and then I heard an
I didn't
interview
get
with,
that when I
heard
watched
an
it.
interview with Zach Cregger going, "It's not that at all."
Dealing with the loss of someone very, very close to me, and so I wrote this as just kind of a way to just kind of like get that kind of pain out. So I wrote it in kind of a blast. I kind of like vomited this out really, really quickly, and I don't think that comes through. I don't want anyone to go see Weapons and think like, oh, a meditation on grief. I'm so over horror movies being about grief and trauma, and that's not interesting to me. But I don't think it's about. To me, Weapons is not an examination of societal malfunction. To me, it's more about my own personal stuff. Like the final chapter of this movie is very autobiographical. It's about, and this is not a spoiler, but it's examining the dynamic of children with parents who are alcoholics, which is my childhood. And the idea of a foreign entity entering a household and inverting the dynamic between a child and the parents.
A lot of people don't know who Zach Cregger is. It's like the first time I've ever heard of Zach Cregger. I've known about Zach Cregger for 20 years.
I wouldn't know if you said that name. I would know who it was, but if you showed me, I was like, oh yeah, the guy from Whitest Kids U Know.
Yeah. Famous sketch of, hey, what's going on? Oh, just walking down the street with a gallon of PCP.
Oh, daylight, a whole gallon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, him and Trevor Moore were great. And from what I understand from the interviews I have listened to him, a lot of this movie came from him trying to process Trevor's death. And so,
Yeah.
like, I get how, like, the grief and stuff kind of works its way into the script, but he said multiple times that he was never trying to do an allegorical film at all. Like this is not supposed to be one of those movies like, this is actually a horror contemplation on grief or on loss. It's like, no, this is just a horror movie. And grief and loss is, involved in people dying.
Yeah, and if that was the direction they were going, those movies always you can't do what this movie did with the characters, and he gave every character a personality, and everybody's kind of an asshole,
Yeah.
which was great. But if you do that whole like this is about this the emotional toll of loss and blah blah blah, you can only really do that with one or two characters, and you really would have to focus on that one and like really get into the nitty gritty of showing them the loss and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This one, he didn't. This is more character driven, which is weird for a horror movie, but
I think
that's what he did.
it's the like this is the best version of what this movie could have ever been.
Okay.
Like the character drivenness of it, I feel like was why it was so good. Like if it would just been more kind of straightforward schlocky horror, like some Blumhouse shit, I don't
Yeah.
think it would have been so good. You know what I mean?
Well, what I really like is nobody made. Well, until later on in the movie, nobody seemed like a stupid movie character. Like I'm watching a horror film. Like everything they did, their motives made sense. Maybe some of the shit they did was over the top, but once you learn, who that, you go through what that character is. You spend a little more time with him. It was like, all right, I can see how he did this or that, or why, like,
Yeah.
how they put her. I was like, how they built her slower and slower, and you get to know her a little bit more. It's like everything she does kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and like you learn about her, and she's the first like fuck. Oh, hold on.
Well, your mic went all wonky.
I hit my cable and it went all. Anyways, she's the first like perspective character in the movie, and I honestly I went in expecting to hate her because I kind of hated
Me
her in
too.
Wolfman. I Wolfman was not great. Like I liked Invisible Man, but Wolfman had some cool ideas. Not great.
I heard it was terrible. I heard she was good in it, but the movie sucked.
She was just like a screaming woman for the whole movie. Pretty
Mm.
much all she did. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, she's not. How do I put this without being insulting? She stands out in the room, but not because she's like so hot. She has a unique look to her, and she's just like this little tiny thing.
it's
But
the
I don't.
hair. It's the hair. Her hair is awful.
What? Yeah. What is that? It always looks wet. It's weird.
It's like she went for the Annie, like blonde Annie hair. Like went to her like made me look like Annie, from the old Annie movie, but blonde.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. It is weird. I mean, like I said, she stands out, but I was like, man, I know she surprised me. I was like, all right, I didn't hate her by the end, but I was like, oh man, she's gonna add that bitchy character she was in Ozark, and just without the drug problem. Now she has a dead kid problem.
And she's a boozer.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate for teachers. So bravo.
Yeah.
That's a well written character right there.
I thought it was funny she had to leave her old school district because she had got a DUI or something.
Hmm.
That's pretty good. I was like, that's a nice little touch, and it adds to why the parents are so suspicious of her. Like
Again, like yeah. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, like from like when it's her perspective, you feel like these people are being crazy. Like, why would they think I have something to do with it? But once you get to the Josh Brolin perspective, you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
Well, not a spoiler alert, but the way they tell this, or the way they do this movie is you get like what 5 different perspectives.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a straightforward movie. You actually see like a lot of the same shit multiple times, but from different people's perspective, which is I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that was going to be the way they did this.
Well, I knew that was gonna happen because I heard Zach Cregger say he ripped off Magnolia, and I was like, oh, that okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
get it. It's gonna be multiple perspectives.
I heard him talk about like when he started writing it, and then you can't do this without Josh's perspective or little kids, and then I was like, oh okay, I guess the only way for this movie to work is I got to do it this way. So, hey, I guess how this movie has to be made.
Yeah, and it works really well. It's a really great like device for the movie because I don't think if you would have just like meandered from character to character or cut in back and forth, it would have felt as cohesive.
Yeah, this isn't a linear movie. Like you need to fully appreciate it. You need how they kind of get there. It's because of the supernatural stuff.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, it is pretty linear. It kind of backtracks when it goes to the next perspective, but it'll after about like halfway through that little vignette, it'll like kind of start building on the previous one.
Yeah, the story's linear, but it stops at halfway and then comes back and then shows you a different path. Like so,
The
it's
part
more
where
like
it gets
more like a W.
the part where it gets like really like out of order is when it goes to like the little kid, the survivor, like the one kid that didn't disappear. It goes to his perspective, and you start finding out what's actually going on, which we will talk about later. So what all happened in Justine's vignette? She goes to like a school assembly with all the parents, where
They all start screaming at her.
yeah, and try to blame her, and then you get
Wong.
yeah, I'm trying to think of his actual name.
Hold on, I have it up. It's Benedict Wong.
Oh.
Yeah, his name in the movie is Andrew Marcus.
I kept wanting to call him Victor Wu. I was like, that's not a person, but Victor Wooten is a person, and he's a black guy that plays bass.
I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I didn't think the character in the movie's name was Wong, and I accidentally got it
call
right.
him Wong.
Yeah. And it just happened to be right.
Yeah, I mean that's what his name is in Doctor Strange. It's weird. It's like being named Jim, and then your character's name's Jim. It's like this feels weird. Could you change the character's name?
Wait, wasn't that his name in like what did you just say in Marvel?
Yeah, that's his name in Doctor Strange.
I didn't realize the guy that played the cop was the guy that played Han Solo.
Oh yeah, you didn't notice that?
No.
That's funny. Justine comes into the school, sees that her class is empty, notices the one kid, Alex, is still there. They get questioned by the cops. It's all kind of like a bit of like a flashback, almost recap type thing. Little girl is like, at the very beginning, we have like this little girl doing a voiceover. She's not in the movie. Just a little girl doing a voiceover. And she tells about how one night at 217, all these kids disappeared from this one class. All the parents thought it was the teacher, or the teacher was involved somehow.
Well, they said, and they were never seen again.
Yeah, which is not true.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that until the end of this, because that's what pissed me off. I hate when they do that. It's like, this is based on a true story, and no, it never was. It never was based on anything.
I think what that part was is like, you're like, oh, this is like a little kid telling this is like a ghost story now.
I don't know. It just, I guess
like,
it added more gravitas to it. Like, oh my god, these kids all died, which might have happened. No spoilers.
Turns out they turned into a rat king, but of children. They called it the Children King.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know what a rat king is?
Isn't it like you keep putting a bunch of rats in a thing, and they all the one kills all the other ones?
No. That's King of the Rats. That's different. That's a pastime for Guatemalans. No, rat kings are when like a bunch of rats combine together, and they get all like tangled together, and they kind of turn into one giant like rat organism. It's a cryptid.
Has that ever happened?
No, it's a cryptid. It's a cryptid. It's made up.
Okay, hold on.
At least not
First
the
from the tail. Oh, and all their tails are intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
And they turn into a giant rat. It's made of rats.
They just turn into a tangled
crown made of rats. Also,
this is my problem. You're just gonna say shit, just like this movie did when they were never seen again.
But that's what happens, Ken. I'm sorry to spoil the movie. All the kids combine into one giant kid, and they turn into a rat kid king.
If that was the core, then they were seen again, just in rat form.
Just kid king form.
Yeah.
So they question the little kid, and kid doesn't know anything. Nobody seems to know anything. The parents are all questioning Justine, and Marcus, the principal, is the only one who defends her. And you know what? I knew moment one, Wong. I was like, he's playing a gay character, isn't he?
What did you base that on?
Guys, we need to calm down.
I just thought he was being Asian. No, I didn't get that until later on when his boyfriend or husband was right next to him.
I was just like, I knew it. the parents try to like get answers out of Justine, but she doesn't know anything. She's stressed out. She goes buy some liquor. That's where she bumps into our meth head. What's his name?
It is James.
I think so. Yeah, James. So the meth head's like trying to get some change off her. She's like, no, fuck off. And buys some liquor. She goes home and she gets drunk. And like she hears a knock at her door. But when she goes outside, there's nobody there.
Oh yeah.
Which is weird.
Well,
like that never happens anywhere else.
Well, they explain that.
Oh yeah. That's right.
You see it from the other guy's perspective.
Well, yeah. I just clicked forward too, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what it was. Because she goes outside, she sees painted on the side of her car is the word witch.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, why did the parents jump to that so readily? Wouldn't child molester be the first thing that you go to, or like child murderer?
Well, the kids are all on camera just walking out of the thing. Like they're all doing that weird motion. They're all leaving on their own, and they're all like looks like they have weird smiles on their face.
Yeah, they're doing the Naruto run. Zach Cregger said, "He's like, I just liked it because it looked creepy."
I was right. It kind of does, especially when you see it later.
Dude, when Wong does it, it's so fucking creepy. It's funny though, because they're like frozen Asian, just.
And for how long he does it was hilarious.
There are parts of this movie where it's like it starts off terrifying, and then you're like, this is kind of funny.
Yeah, if I saw this, I wouldn't be afraid. I'd be laughing hysterically.
I was just like, what the? Did that Asian guy just run past like he was Naruto? No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she goes to school, and she talks to Marcus, and she wants to see the kid, Alex, the one survivor of the class. And Marcus tells her that is unacceptable. She can't contact the kid at all, and apparently she had some inappropriate contact with children before. But I'm gonna assume it wasn't she molested one of her third graders because, well, she's still working in a school. This isn't the Catholic Church.
Yeah, that'd be a little too on the nose.
But that makes me wonder, like, what is inappropriate? What is inappropriate?
I think they
Contact
I think they explain it in the thing. Like she drove a kid home. That's what it was.
That was an inappropriate contact?
Yeah. The kid was waiting.
I had teachers drive me home several times.
Did your parents know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think she got permission to do it, I think was the thing. She saw the kid waiting there and just offered him a ride home, and then the parents didn't know where the hell they were when they went to go pick him up.
There was one day when I was like in the second or third grade. My second grade teacher lived on the street behind us, and I was convinced for some reason that my parents were coming to get me. I told the teachers my parents were coming to get me, and of course my parents did not show up. And my teacher was like, "Can we just give you a ride home? I live like right behind you." And I like 8-year-old or maybe like a 7-year-old. I'm like, "Sure, I would take a ride home." Like all sad. And I get home, my dad's like, "Why did you think we were coming to get you? Nobody told you that." Yeah, he's like, "You can't talk to her." And she goes out to her car and she freaks the fuck out. Because, And then she starts seeing some kids in the street, in the yard, just running. And I think she starts having a panic attack until she notices Alex that's just like kind of moping around. And I think that's the formation of an idea or a plan. And then she goes to the police station to report her car being vandalized. And that's where she sees Paul, the cop who Zach Cregger admits to stealing right out of Magnolia. Down to his mustache, which I don't fucking care. Like I like that. I like it when you just like, all right, I like that guy. I'm gonna use that again. Tarantino would do that with Michael Parks characters sometimes.
Oh, really?
Like he's like, oh, I loved Michael Parks as the sheriff in whatever fucking movie, so I'm gonna steal it for my shit. Or I think it was like they made it up for From Dusk Till Dawn, and they killed him. They're like, well, I liked him, so I'm just gonna bring it back and ignore the things that happened from Dusk Till Dawn because there's no vampires in this world. So she meets up with Paul, the cop, at a bar. And he's like, seeing if she's okay. And of course, she's a woman who's drinking. She just wants to fuck.
Yup.
And he's like, I don't drink no more. We're not gonna do any of that. And then he tells her, oh yeah, I'm not with my wife right now. And,
Well, he said their marriage isn't great. He didn't say they weren't together.
well, he says that we're not really doing that right now.
Yeah.
Which implies that they're separated. Or that they're like on some sort of break, And so they fuck. Which you don't get to see them. You just wake up with or he wakes up in her bed. And you kind of get to see that these two people are like everyone in this movie, all the characters are very broken people that are just barely keeping it together. And Justine's just kind of broken because like it seems like she genuinely did like a nice thing for the kid and it like ruined her fucking life. And so she's just like reeling from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, let's get past
Well, again, it's like they gave all of them a personality, like but it just shows like everybody's kind of an asshole in this. Like there's nobody like there's no like pure innocent besides the little kid or all the little kids that like everybody's like you said, they're like kind of dicks. But some of their motivations for being that way makes sense in this.
yeah, like once you get to
Josh
know
Brolin.
them, once you get to know all the characters, like everything about them makes sense. Zach did a really great job of like filling these people out and not having to like have a lot of belabored scenes where we have to watch Josh Brolin fight with his wife or
Yeah, their marriage isn't doing well after their kid. Like she wants to move on, but he's like stuck, like sleeping in his room, like he can't get over it. And you don't have her like saying how depressed she is. Like you don't have these long monologues. Like,
you don't have people talking to each other about how they feel.
Yeah,
I hate
he
that.
lets the audience figure that out, or let them like pick up any.
Well, you can see
anything.
it. You don't need to.
Yeah.
If you have a good enough script and the actors are good, you don't have to have people like monologue about how their feelings are adjusting or whatever.
Yeah. I really did like that. I was like, it just seems like every other modern movie, they don't trust the audience with anything.
Yeah.
Like she'd have to be saying like, yeah, I'm drinking a lot. I'm so depressed. I don't know what's going to happen, instead of her just doing it.
I think that's the real difference between drama and melodrama. Like a drama, you just see what's happening. Things are happening. Consequences are accruing. Melodrama, everybody's just talking about their feelings.
I hate those.
So Justine sees Alex's bus drop him off, and she decides to try to follow him home. And she gets to his house, and she goes to knock on the door, ring the doorbell. Nobody answers. She looks at the windows. She notices all the windows are newspapered up, weirdly. So she starts circling the house until she gets to the back of the house, and she sees a little crack between in the window, between the pieces of newspaper. And she looks inside. She's a very dark, like kind of dirty room, and she sees two people just sitting in the dark on the couch. And it scares the fuck out of her, and she like knocks over a trash can and she takes off like a bitch. I mean, wouldn't you? Like, oh god, I've been spotted.
Yeah, I just thought that part was a little. I was like, oh well, the kids they're probably in there. That's where I would look. As the kid walks in this room, she's knocking on the door. It's just like it looks scummy. It looks gross.
Yeah, but
I was like,
you could end the movie by going, all right, go call the cops. But like the cops would have no probable cause to enter the house. They'd have no real reason to be there. And so it's better that these people are just like they're pulling at these threads trying to figure shit out. And then you do have a cop get involved a little later. So oh dude, her dream. Okay, so after this, when she has her little nightmare, for some reason only 2 of the characters have nightmares. That was a little weird.
That was kind of weird.
I guess you could say the junkie later had like a waking nightmare. She dreams about going to her classroom and seeing all the kids staring at her with like dead black eyes and shit, and then like the one kid that was left is just being extra creepy.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of quick, and it was like, what the hell is this for?
Yeah.
I know. Again, you got to put that little element into it, but it's just like, I'll ask this question later on when we go over the spoilers.
Yeah. After that, she confronts Alex, and Alex just blows her off, going like, "I can't talk to you," and like runs. And then she tries to like she goes to the house like banging on the door again. Nobody's answering, so she eventually stakes out right in front of the house. This kind of bothers me. Your car has the word "witch" written in bright letters on the side of your car. Don't you think that's a little conspicuous?
That was my thing, and like I think she's like still drinking at this point too.
Oh yeah, she's
like,
drinking in the car. Like she falls on, like opens her what is it, a 7-Eleven cup?
Yeah, and she's like full on vodka. Like it's like how is this a thing?
That's how you know she's a badass, Ken.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, while sitting in her car, she falls asleep, and hard cuts to be nighttime. And you got this very still shot of her sleeping in a car, and the camera starts panning over to the windshield. And you see through the windshield the front door, and the lights come on. And the door just opens in the blackness, and a woman comes out, scuttling like she's fucking Zoidberg. And the camera pans back, and you see her like pass by the window and then disappear, and the camera just sits on Justine, and then a hand comes up with scissors and cuts off a lock of her hair.
And that's it.
That's Justine's vignette.
Well, no, she goes to the gas station the next day.
No, that's in Josh Brolin's.
No,
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
you sure?
I'm looking at it.
Okay, sorry.
She's
I thought
asleep?
That was,
No, yeah, I thought so too earlier, but I was thinking about, I was like, no, that's after Josh Brolin sees her at the gas station, pulls over, and like is confronting her.
okay.
So then we go to Archer, played by Josh Brolin. Now this one, oh my god, I was more than happy to sacrifice Fantastic Four so that we could get this great movie without Pedro Pascal. I mean, I didn't care about Fantastic Four from the beginning. I'm really glad that the writer's strike, or whatever it was, the strike, caused Pedro Pascal to have to drop out of weapons and be replaced by Josh Brolin. That is the best thing that's ever happened. All of it was worth it. Every delayed TV show, every fucked up movie, all of it was worth it to keep Pedro Pascal out of this fucking movie.
It makes me like think less of Zach Cregger though, that Cregger, that he casted that guy and doesn't know how much he sucks.
No. Think about this. Think about it this way. When he casted him, it was like 4, maybe 5 years ago.
He sucked. Oh no, he wasn't that bad then.
He's Pedro Pascal. For as much as I hate him and can't stand to even watch him, he is a good actor.
He's not a bad actor. He just sucks. He just sucks in real life.
He just sucks so much, and I'm so sick of seeing him that I watched Fantastic Four, and I didn't care about any of it. Any of it. I was like, I don't.
Oh, you actually did watch it? I didn't watch it.
It's okay. But yeah, I would happily sacrifice 100 Fantastic Fours. Pedro Pascal, this fucking movie, man. Josh Brolin is such a perfect casting. Like
Yeah,
he's
he was
got
good in
that
this.
that gritty, like he's believable as a construction worker. Um, and he's believable as like a guy that is kind of an asshole and would let his wife go cold. You know. He's sleeping in his kid's bed. He's like obsessing over the security footage of his kid running away, and you can see that he's still just going about business as usual. He's still working on houses and stuff. I mean, how are you gonna stop? Yeah, I know your kid went missing, but are you supposed to just stop working?
Yeah, it looks like he did. Like he's screwing up all kinds of things. He's not there. He's apologizing, but it's just like he's making like ordering the wrong things, ordering the wrong color. Like it's like he's kind of fucked up. But it was cool that they showed the guy working with him. Like didn't give him a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
It was just like he understood. It was like yeah, his kid just got like ran away or got snatched up or something. So
got
it was
Naruto'd.
no, it's just one of those like smart decisions where like yeah he's screwing up, but it would be understandable unless you're gonna fire the guy. Like,
Well, I think he's the owner of the company, so I don't think
that's
you
what
really. I
that's
don't
what I
think you
mean too.
can
It's like
fire him.
even if that was like my employer, like is screwing all this shit up, like I'd be annoyed that
Yeah, you'd be
we
like,
just-
this kid just disappeared. Give him a break, man. Like, we're gonna fix the shit. We'll get your house done. Just give him a break. His kid just fucking vanished.
Mm.
But he goes to see the police chief, and he is convinced that Justine has something to do with it. And this is where we learn about her losing her previous job because of a DUI and for the inappropriate contact with kids. Which I fucking hate this, dude. Like, I hate this that like teachers can't actually be involved with the kids like live at all.
Well, all the sexual misconduct kind of put a damper on that one.
I mean, I don't know. Should we just make all our teachers eunuchs?
Yes.
But the police chief is not convinced that Justine had anything to do with it. And then we get like his side from the assembly, and then we get to see him painting the word witch with the color that he had ordered wrong on the
That's why he
side
just
of a
happened to have
car.
it in his truck. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get his nightmare where he dreams that his son, he dreams that it's the night of his son's disappearance, and he hears his son run out the house, and he goes to follow him, and he follows him to Alex's house, and then above the house in the sky, he sees like a digital alarm clock say 2:17, and then it appears on the side of an AR-15.
Yeah, I was a little baffled by the imagery or what were the symbolism there. I know 217 is important and it shows up a bunch of times in the movie, but why? Why the AR-15?
Because they're weapons.
Yeah. Oh God, it's probably that simple.
No, what I would probably what I would probably because like at first I thought these nightmares were supernatural in nature. I don't think they are. I think the reason why Justine and Arch are the only two that get the nightmares is because they've noticed something, but they haven't noticed yet that they've noticed. That makes sense? It's like they've seen something that's off, and their subconscious is trying to tell them something.
Oh, maybe. They don't. One of the you can like it or hate it, but one of the cooler things of this movie, they don't really explain a lot of the supernatural shit. So
No,
it
I'd
could be
rather
just
than-
them. Yeah, yeah. It makes it like it makes you ask more questions. It makes it crazier. But yeah, that's why it's kind of cool. It can go either way. Where now that the supernatural part of this thing was part of it, or it's just his own head trying to figure out an impossible situation.
Or maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe there's like some sort of connection between the parents and what's happening. And because Justine was so close to the kids, maybe there's a connection there too. And they're just the ones that are there to hear it. You know?
Mhm.
And
Again,
then-
this is what good movies do. It makes you ask these kind of questions.
Yeah. But he wakes up in a start and he goes outside and he starts thinking and he starts wondering where all these kids were running to. And he starts putting together like he pulls out a map and he draws where his son was and the direction that he ran off to. And then he goes and sees Justin Long.
Yeah, I guess he's one of the parents.
That
I
was like
hate-
it was it was such a weird out of the blue cameo. It was like, all right.
I hate Justin Long. I can't stand him. I think he sucks. I saw that. I was like, oh man, Justin Long's in this. I hope he doesn't have a long part. And bam, he's only in it for like 2 seconds.
He should have been called Justin Short. That's how long he was in this movie.
Yeah,
It's
should be
literally
called
like
Justin
3 minutes.
Suck,
I don't
'cause he
hate him.
Sucks.
He
sucks.
he's kind of a one-note actor. I like that he's like just kind of taking these kind of smaller roles as he's older now.
Yeah, because nobody wants him in this damn movie because he sucks.
I mean, he could always do you know, what do you call it, a John Travolta turn where just you start taking movies that are really outside of your fucking wheelhouse.
Well, he's done horror and comedy. What's was he gonna do a straight lace movie? I don't think so.
I mean, he could. That would like he could pull a Robert Pattinson, just like I'm doing just indie dramas now. Or like, all right,
Nah, he's
okay.
because he would have to be like a Jason Bateman type, and we already have a Jason Bateman. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Justin Long shows him his video, and he figures out which direction the kids ran off. That kid ran off, and he starts doing this for several parents. And as he's driving around, he sees Justine turn into a gas station, and he decides to follow her and confront her. While she's
Well, here's
pumping
my
it.
thing. How did the cops not like? How did not? That was kind of what I didn't like. It was like he's the only one that thought like, hey, maybe we should just sort of try to figure out which direction these kids were going.
He confronts Justine at the gas station while she's pumping her gas, and they get into an argument, and she suddenly gets a scared look on her face, and she looks over, and we see Marcus, but his face is all fucking bloody and fucked up, and his eyes are bulging like he just came out of a decompression chamber. And he attacks Justine, and Archer tries to defend her, weirdly. And he keeps trying to push Marcus off, and Marcus is just rabid. He does not let go. Justine goes and hides inside the store, and Marcus nearly kills Archer, but Archer, I think, gets him off of him.
He gets him off of him, but she runs into the liquor store, and then he chases after her.
Well, actually, it ends while
It ends there, yeah.
Archer's on the ground being choked out by fucking Marcus. And then we cut to Paul, the cop. And we see that Paul is not actually separated from his wife, and that his wife's dad is the chief of police. And that Paul is kind of a shithead and apparently knew Justine from when he was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes he's driving around and he sees the crackhead running around, and he decides to chase him. Like,
Yeah, he's trying to break into somewhere.
yeah, he was like trying to break into a car or something like that, and the cop sees him, and he starts chasing him. And this is like the only chase scene in the movie. You get like it's actually a pretty like realistic chase of the cop just like trying to circle around him, get in front of him, like pin him in, and then like gets to foot.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets him on the ground. You know, he's like, don't you fucking run from me. He's getting him up on the car, and he's like, you better tell me right now if you have any needles or anything sharp in your fucking pocket, or swear to God. He's like, I ain't got nothing. Sticks his hand in the guy's pocket. Of course, there's a fucking needle in there, and it stabs his finger. And so Paul punches the crackhead so hard in the side of the head, it takes him off his feet. Which, I mean, when I saw that, I went, yeah, we probably didn't. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, if I got stuck by a needle, yeah, he just
Fuck
fucking
that
knocks him
guy.
out from behind.
And then he
He's like, oh,
realizes,
shit, that's a crime.
well, yeah, not only did he go, oh shit, I committed a crime, but I just recorded myself committing a crime on the fucking dash cam. So he unplugs the dash cam, throws some antiseptic spray on his finger, starts freaking out. And then he pulls the crackhead off the fucking ground and is like, I'm gonna let you go. We're not gonna talk about this. If I ever see you again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Basically threatening him to cover it up.
Yeah.
He lets him go and he goes to his father-in-law, who in turn helps him cover it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, did we miss a part where what's her name gets attacked at the liquor store by the wife?
No. That's
I feel like that already happened.
no, that's not even. We're not even to the part where they're in the bar yet. We're not even to the part where.
No, I know, but I think it should have happened in earlier. I thought. I
No, it's not in Justine's part. It's in another part.
Okay.
I want to say it's in Marcus's or something. I don't know. We'll find it. So then we see Paul go meet. He gets a call from Justine, and then he goes and meets her for the bar. That scene that we saw earlier, and then we get like actual little glimpse of the sex scene, but no one wants to see that. No one wants to see Han Solo fuck the Silver Surfer.
Well, I'm sure there's some market out there for that.
I'm sure. And then he goes home, and then we see that he is in fact still married.
Didn't he potentially give her AIDS?
Potentially. He doesn't know if he
Cool.
did or not.
I know, but he knows that he got stuck by a needle.
Yeah, and he still fucked her. This guy's a piece of shit.
Oh god, everybody in this movie is so garbage.
Well,
It's so awesome.
He needed to be garbage because the way his story ends later.
Yeah, you gotta kind of be like, all right, I don't feel too bad for you.
Yeah. So did she realize that he cheated on her again in that scene with her? Or was that oh yeah, it totally was. Okay, so she sees him come home like the next morning and she's like, where you been? And he's like, you saw her again, didn't you? And she gets fucking pissed and he goes to work and it's just like, gotta pretend like everything's cool for my father-in-law. Until he goes outside and he sees the crackhead or the meth head again, and he chases the guy down to his fucking tent where the crackhead is, or he's a meth head, smoking his last bit of meth he has. And then we see him going around, pulling on, like calling people, trying to get money, stealing shit, trying to pawn the shit.
Oh, this is his arc or his perspective.
Yeah, and then we see because it ends when the cop sees him.
Yeah.
Then we see him trying to
him.
break into this building with a screwdriver, and the cop sees him and chase.
Mhm.
And then he after he gets beat up by the cop, he's like walking around in the rain, and he sees Alex's house, and he
Well, they show him. Sorry to cut you, but he it shows he doesn't even remember what happened at the cop car. He got punched in the face and he didn't even know. So the guy freaked out for no reason.
yeah. Well, I mean, delete those tapes.
Yeah.
But he's walking around looking for shit to break into, and he sees a house, and it's Alex's house. And he climbs inside, and we get an actual glimpse of inside the house, and he's going around stealing shit, putting shit in a pillowcase, and he's going to steal DVDs from the TV set,
Mm-hmm.
and he sees the parents, Alex's parents, just sitting on the couch, all fucking dead-eyed.
Nothing like zombies.
Yep.
Just watching them, not reacting to him, steal their shit.
Yep. And then he steals their silverware and goes and sells all of it and finally gets his meth. And then as he's after he sees the cop again, we pick up where Paul's part stuff. He runs off into the woods and he sees what I thought was a clown.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what the hell is this?
I was like, are we doing some Pennywise shit? And he runs to his tent, he's hiding, and he hears stuff like banging on his window, like his tent and shit, and he grabs a handful of needles, and he unzips the tent and stabs fucking Paul the cop in the face with like 5 fucking heroin needles.
He acts exactly how anybody would react to that.
Yep. This is like the halfway point in the movie where we get the crackhead or the meth head tells the cop, like, in a panic, because, like, he's afraid the cop's gonna blow his head off with a shotgun because he just stabbed him in the face with a bunch of needles. Very tense situation. Tells him, I know where the kids are.
Hmm.
And the cop's like, what? And so he's like, okay, fuckface, you're gonna show me. And so he takes him to the Alex's house, where he knocks on the door. The door opens. Someone invites him in, and then it cuts to the nighttime, and the cop comes back out and grabs the crackhead by the feet and drags him into the house.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So how do we want to? This is where the spoilers start. Do we want to just like
We
in
kinda
here
just
and do a
went over
spoiler
the
free?
entire movie.
Kind of like,
honestly.
no, there was still, dude. There's still half a movie left.
No, I know, but the spoilers. But I don't know how we didn't spoil a bunch of stuff when we just told the first half.
So
of the
rather
movie.
than continuing like this, let's just talk about Aunt Gladys.
Yeah.
So we get a chapter where we get to see Alex, the little boy's point of view, and we see how his family is normal. His dad's loves him. His mom loves him. They're normal people. And we hear about Aunt Gladys coming to live with him. And when Alex comes home one day from school, his parents are like sitting at didn't come and get him, and they're sitting at the kitchen table unresponsive. But the first glimpse we get of her is in Marcus's chapter, where we see her come to the school to talk to Marcus as Alex's aunt.
Yeah.
And we see her hair behind the glass. It's such a great reveal. You could like, oh no, what are we about to see? And it's just this little old lady with a bright red hair wig and red lipstick smeared on her face like she's the fucking Joker.
And, like giant glasses.
Yeah, and and she's dressed out of time. She says his parents have consumption and shit.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah,
Like,
and
right off the bat, it's like
she is what's responsible for Marcus going Naruto. And we get this really cool scene. You want to tell me about it, Ken? Sorry, I feel like I've been talking the whole too much.
No, it's all good. It's which one, in the kitchen?
Yeah. Okay. Give us that scene.
So I guess they said they're gonna need somebody to talk to, or they heard to bring in, what's the kid's name again?
Alex, I think.
Alex. So she can't have that. So she goes to their apartment. Him and his husband were making a bunch of hot dogs, which is a reference to Whitest Kids U Know. I'm not gonna get into that, but the gay guys eating hot dogs is whatever.
Hot dogs.
Wink.
Gay.
So
sorry.
So she basically just enters their home and asks for water, and then as she's talking to him,
well, there's a very important thing that happens there. She tries to come in. She asks Marcus for water, and Marcus is like, it's not really appropriate. And his husband says, no, that's ridiculous. Come in. So
Wong was smart. He married an idiot.
Another reason why you don't get gay married.
Yep, you're gonna end up like these two.
That's all I'm saying.
So as they're talking, she's being all weird. She pulls out this stick, and she just starts wrapping this blonde hair around and putting this weird blood. They're
Oh no,
both
she pulls out scissors first, and while the husband's talking, she reaches over and snips off some of his hair.
Okay, it was the husband. Okay, I can remember how she got the hair.
And then she has this bell, and she rings the bell, and Marcus freezes.
Yeah,
and that's when she wraps the husband's hair around. It's what is it, like a rose stem?
It's a type of tree. It's some kind of what they call it, some kind of black what the hell is the name of that tree?
Locust?
It's a spike tree. It has a thorn tree or something like that. It's a type of
I know locust trees have big thorns. I had to pull one out of my fucking knee as a kid.
Hold on, I know what it's called because I'm looking it up. Tree and Weapons movie is seriously for you. What? I hate AI mode. It's a black thorn tree. Sorry, I knew it was black. I had the word.
A
I was like,
black
it's a black
thorny
tree that has
tree.
thorns. I'm never gonna get
What is
this.
this called? I don't know.
Why can't I get this? So yeah, it's a black thorn tree, and
So
they're
she-
supposed to have all kinds of. They're just like the Hollywood tree with like people use them for weird shit for rituals and shit like that. Just because they're thorny, like it looks like a fucking monster tree.
Yeah.
So
So she when she wraps the thing, she cuts her hand and like slathers blood on it, and she snaps the twig, and Marcus just starts viciously attacking his husband, and headbutts him to death.
headbutts him, not like chokes him. He just headbutts him over and over and over again.
And that's why his face is all fucked up.
Well, no, that and he gets up and then I guess she wraps Justine's hair around and does the same thing. I guess he breaks it, or no? Do you break it to get in the fight? Or
No, you break it to make it to like launch him, and then you drop it into a bowl of water to end it.
Okay, that's what it was. So yeah, she starts doing that, breaks it, and he just takes off. And this scene, I think that's why, because he ran probably for miles and miles.
But that would make your eyes bulge like that.
If he's a big fat old man running like that. He just probably was a suck. He didn't have any air in him.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there's really any logical reason why his eyes are bulging like that. But it's a great fucking, it's a very effective look.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious and disturbing at the same time.
Everybody, like, that was like the thing that went around the internet before. It was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And it was great. It worked for the movie. It was the reveal of, like, I guess magic in this fucking thing is all right. Well, magic exists in this world.
Yeah, when you see it happen, you're like, what the fuck is she doing? And then she sends him fucking like a heat-seeking missile, as Josh Brolin puts it later.
And it's just bizarre because the next like almost full minute is him just running, and he just got this weird face, and he's just going and going and going, and it's hilarious. It's weird. It's like off-putting, but to me, I was laughing.
So we finally get the end of the scene with Josh Brolin and Justine. You see how that turns out. Like shit. Like we're gonna kind of speed through this. Oh, we see how Marcus dies. He gets hit by a fucking white woman in an SUV.
Because he's attacking her. She just basically runs around to get away from him, and yeah.
Well, she gets in the car with Josh Brolin, and they take off, and he's like running after her in the street, and then this fucking white woman just fucking kills him, like runs over his head and shit. There's not a lot of gore in this movie, but what little there is very effective.
Yeah, they knew this isn't a slasher movie, and just inundating us with fucking gore would just get us numb to it, and they use it very sparingly, and they did a good job.
Yeah, there's a scene where Gladys shows Alex her power by making his parents stab themselves in the face over and over again with forks.
That part was nuts.
I don't know. A lot of people reacted pretty badly to that. I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like it didn't really like.
That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, I think if there was more blood, it would have been a little bit more effective. Like, I mean, it just. But I didn't think they. I didn't see that coming, where they just start jabbing their fucking face with forks.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty gnarly.
Shortly after that is when Josh Brolin and Justine figure out they need to go back to Alex's house. And we get to see Alex's side. We get all the backstory about where Aunt Gladys came from. We get to see the scene where Gladys shows Alex her power mistakenly. Her hubris is what undoes her in the end, which I like. I like that. It wasn't like a out of nowhere ending. It was everything was perfectly set up for the outcome.
Yeah, you knew what he was gonna. Well, you knew what somebody could do. You didn't know what he was gonna do, and then as he was doing it, you were like, "What the hell is this little idiot doing?" You're like, "Oh shit, he's doing the thing." It's like somebody's gonna get fucked.
Yeah, and who played Amy Madigan?
Yeah, she's the chick from the hell is it called? The damn, if you build it, they will come.
Oh, Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, and she was in Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
She's 74.
Yeah. Old.
Yeah,
all do.
well, no, I mean she got old in 74 years.
No, it's faster than that.
She's married to Ed Harris. I didn't know that.
Yeah. She in this movie she kind of looks like Ed Harris a couple times.
They share the same hairstyle in this.
She is very creepy and it's very effective. I don't want to spoil too much on the ending. Like we're gonna kind of glaze over a lot of this back half of the movie just because I don't like, as much as we are going to talk about spoilers. You can't beat experiencing this movie. It's really good, and we don't ever quite get an answer as to what she is, but what it seems the movie is telling us that she's a witch.
Yeah, and I think they left it open like that for, I think, like a prequel to see where the hell she came from.
Don't, Zach. Don't make a sequel. Don't make a prequel. Leave it alone. Leave it.
They're gonna come to his house with a truck full of money, and he's gonna do it. I'm telling you. This thing's too profitable.
I can't blame him.
Everybody's still talking about it, and he's gonna go, all right, yeah, I'll make this movie that I don't even have an idea what I'm gonna do.
Can't blame him, but goddamn, I don't want him to. We get to see a lot of Alex kind of pretending to be cool, and we find out that he is actually the one who is, in some ways, responsible for all the kids in his class going missing.
Yeah,
Gladys is dying from something. We don't know what, but she's dying, and apparently it's been happening for a very long time. And she tells him the only way she can get better is if he brings her an object from each of his class members. And I think it's like Valentine's Day letters or some shit, or like some sort of like
no, he was like going through to try to pick stuff, and then he just ended up getting their name tag from their little mini bins in the.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, it was like I knew it was like some paper thing. I couldn't remember what it was. Gets all those, brings it to her, and at 2:17 a.m. she forms a ritual where she tears all of them up and does some sort of spell and a cauldron type thing, and all the kids come running and file into the house and go down in the basement. And they're just standing down in the basement. And we've learned that Alex has been walking around with bowls of soup, feeding everybody.
Yeah, I like the little details where you find out how the kids got there, and you find out that he's like not only feeding them, but like wouldn't the cops, when this first happened, go to everybody's house? Like he literally had to sneak them out for like a night, like in the woods or something. When they
interviewed him at the school, and if you look in the first part where the kids doing a little voiceover, when they're talking about questioning Alex, the camera stays on this guy's hand as he puts a Coke can on the little coffee table.
Yeah,
and you kind of just see like a bit of his dad's knee, but it's mainly like focused
later.
It's mainly focused on the Coke can and Alex, and then it goes to reverse, and you see the back of Gladys's head. You don't even realize it, but you see the back of her head, and like right in the beginning of the movie. And then at this point, when you see it, like you see that his dad is just like
a zombie. Well, then when they go back, when she was like, all right, they're gonna look the house. We got to clean up. We got to hide this and that. And like, I think he literally takes the kids out into the woods for like a night. And I was like, see, he went back. It's like cops would have looked in everyone's houses. Like that's what they had.
Well, they did go to the house, and Gladys was there to meet him.
That's what I mean. So but they still had to look in the house.
I don't think they ever went to the basement though.
I think he got him out of there, so that even if they did,
they don't really say what. They just show the cop kind of standing in like the foyer and like talking to Gladys, and then like he fucks off.
I think 17 kids disappearing. You're the only kid that didn't. I think they check your house.
I don't know.
I thought I saw that in the movie where he takes them out into the woods pretty much for like a night or something.
Not seeing it, but you might be right.
Oh, I might have misread that. But anyway.
No, I think you are right. I see like a bunch of kids going out the back door. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he takes them out into like the woods. They just stand there like a bunch of fucking freaks.
Yeah, I knew I was right. I don't like arguing especially when I know I'm right. I'll let you be wrong.
So this final part of the movie, like this climax, takes place pretty shortly after the cop and the meth head get there, and then Josh Brolin and Justine show up to find the kids, and
it gets nuts.
Dude, it does get nuts. Josh Brolin and Justine have to fight off the cop and the meth head. And the meth head fight is kind of funny because Josh Brolin just keeps like throwing him around, but he just keeps coming back. And so Josh Brolin's like getting like, fuck.
and they're both like completely confused. Why is this happening? What the hell is going on?
Exactly. And the cop is like trying to kill Justine.
Yeah.
She takes
the guy that she just banged the night before.
Yeah. She takes a fucking potato peeler to his fucking face and he doesn't even flinch.
Oh, that part was so gross. I didn't like that at all.
I did. I thought it was funny. I was like, got him.
Ugh.
And then Justine has to blow the cop's head off. Oh, you know what? His eyes start bulging too. I think it's just like, I think it's supposed to be like they just haven't blinked in so long. Their eyes are just bulging.
Maybe. I think it's, or when they just exert themselves, they're just going at 100% more than what their body can actually handle. And it just starts, everything just starts bulging.
Or it's just like a effect of the spell.
Yeah. Well, I thought we weren't. I'm like baffled by you keep saying we're not spoiling things, and then
well, I want to say we're telling spoilers, but I don't want to like literally go everything. So let's just get to the end.
We've literally told the whole story.
Yeah, but we're not like giving super detail. Like people could still be like, oh, okay, I see what they're
We just
talking
told him he had to blow the guy's head off, and he fought the.
I mean,
those are pretty. You can edit it later if you. I'm just saying it's. Maybe you edit out the parts where we say, "Oh, we're not going to spoil it."
I mean, I could just beep like a lot of the spoilers. It's just like and then wait like a couple
5
weeks.
minutes of beep.
So basically, the kid reverses her spell on her and forces all the children to turn on Gladys, and they chase her through the neighborhood until they eventually catch her and literally rip her to pieces.
Rip her apart, and she knows it's coming. She knows exactly what's going to happen to her if she doesn't get away from
feels
this
it
kid.
too, like he does the snap because he's like over a toilet and he's like wrapping her fucking whatever it was. I can't remember what he grabbed from her room, wrapping it around the thing and then like cutting his finger and like doing
Well,
that.
he grabbed the twig, the tree that she used, the twig from that.
Yeah, but I'm saying he had to grab a token of her.
Yeah, and wrap it around it.
And he snaps it, and then she like does like the turn, and dude, like watching the kids burst through like windows and like come over shit. Dude, it was one of the most satisfying, hilarious, and terrifying things all at once that I've seen in a very long time.
Dude, and it's so it's. I don't know what the word is for it. Where I did not see that coming. I thought his parents were because his parents were trying to kill him, and I thought he was gonna just send them after her, and then all the kids wake up and chase her, and like you said, they're breaking through windows. My favorite part of that is when Josh Brolin gets up and starts like following him. And he's going on the same places they were, like in the person's house. And the lady's on the phone with a cop. He goes, "Yeah, all these kids ran through. Now there's a man in my house."
Yeah.
It was so good.
The ending, it's like, what the fuck? No. Yeah, get her.
And then the voiceover comes back, the little girl, and then she says, "Some of them begin to talk." I was like, all right.
You told me that none of them ever been seen again.
None of them came back. Yeah. So I don't know what that's about.
There should have been like a something happened where everybody in town became blind. You're like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. You're being sneaky. So, how did you feel about this movie overall, Ken?
I liked it. I thought it was a little overhyped, and then I watched it. I was like, okay, I can see why people are really digging this movie. And it's not perfect. It's not like It's not. I didn't think it was very scary. He had some shit that I was like, oh shit. But it's just a good movie. It's got good characters. It's good writing and shit like that, and it's got great actors. And and there's no Pedro Pascal, so that's got to bump it up like 20 points in my book.
Yeah, that really does help a whole lot.
But it's good. It's like, it's not like a crazy mystery, but the everything he's done is just well, and it's just like balanced with fucking supernatural, like the mystery part. Like, it keeps you going, like, what the hell is going on? Just long enough, and then the reveal is good, and not only that, you're still like, all right, you just revealed that, but what? Seriously, what the hell is that? Like, who is this chick, and how is she able to do this shit?
Yeah, and they just leave you hanging. I love that.
Mhm.
I love it. I highly recommend this movie. Go see it. Go fucking buy a ticket now. It's still in theaters. It's already made, what, like $100 million?
Something like that. It's already. They said it's already been profitable.
Well,
and
it
it's
only
been in
cost
there a week.
$38 million, and there wasn't a ton of marketing.
Well, I saw how they got Josh Brolin. They made him like an executive producer. So he
Oh, yeah.
saw this script and is like, you know what? Yeah, I want in.
Mm-hmm. I think this might be one of his best roles in years.
I mean, he did Thanos like 10 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, but Thanos, that's like, I don't know, that doesn't really count. It's like, that was a cool role as opposed to like he did act very well in that. He killed that role. But it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel appropriate to call that one of his best acting jobs. Like,
True.
this might be the best thing he's done since No Country for Old Men.
I was thinking that. I was like, what other than No Country for Old Men and maybe Siriano? But I think that movie's pretty old too.
Yeah.
Or Sicario, or however you say that.
Sicario.
Sicario.
That's a really good movie. Really fucked up. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. Let us know what other movies you want us to review down in the comments. Tell us what you thought of this movie. And as always, we'll see you guys next time. More burnt popcorn.
Get burned. I'm still working on slogans. Damn it.